It starts the moment you open your eyes. Before you even kiss your partner. Before you drink your water. Before your feet touch the cold floor. You reach for it. It's a reflex, a muscle memory carved into your nervous system. You tell yourself, I just need to check the time. Or maybe, I need to check that one email. But that's a lie, and you know it. Fast forward. You are standing in the middle of your kitchen. The coffee is cold. The room is silent. And you have been staring at a glowing rectangle for 28 minutes. You've watched 3 people dance in a kitchen, read a political argument between strangers, and looked at photos of a vacation you will never take. You feel empty, a subtle, low-grade anxiety humming in your chest. You try to put the phone down, but your hand resists. It feels heavy, magnetic. Why is it so hard to look away? Why does it feel like you are fighting against gravity? Here is the uncomfortable truth. You are not lacking discipline. You are not weak. You are simply outmatched. You are fighting a war against the smartest people on the planet, against supercomputers that process trillions of data points per second, against an algorithm that knows your deepest insecurities better than your own mother does. Decode the reality. Welcome to the Dopamine Trap. Today we are going to disassemble the prison cell, bar by bar. To understand how we got here, we have to understand the machinery. Not the silicon in your phone, but the carbon in your skull. We often talk about dopamine as the pleasure molecule. I got a like, I got a hit of dopamine, I feel good. But that is a massive oversimplification. Neuroscientists will tell you that dopamine is not about pleasure. It is about craving. It is about motivation. It is the chemical that pushes the animal to hunt, to seek, to reproduce. It's the engine of human survival. In a natural environment, this system works perfectly. You see a berry bush. Your brain releases dopamine to make you go pick the berries. You eat them. You survive. The loop is closed. But in Silicon Valley, engineers found a way to hotwire this engine. They discovered that if they can trigger that craving without ever fully satisfying it, they can keep the engine running forever. This is where the concept of reward prediction error comes in. If you know you will get a reward, your brain stays calm. But if the reward is unpredictable, if you might see something amazing, or you might see nothing at all, your dopamine neurons fire like a machine gun. And this brings us to the most dangerous invention in the history of software design. In the 1950s, psychologist B.F. Skinner conducted an experiment that changed the world, for the worse. He put pigeons in a box. If the pigeon pecked a button and got food every time, it would peck only when hungry. But then, Skinner changed the rules. He made the reward random. Sometimes the pigeon got food. Sometimes it got nothing. The result was terrifying. The pigeons went insane. They pecked the button compulsively thousands of times an hour until they collapsed from exhaustion. They were no longer eating to survive. They were playing the game. Does this sound familiar? Look at your phone. Look at the pull to refresh mechanism. You drag your finger down. The little wheel spins. There is a moment of tension. What will I get? A funny cat video? A text from a crush? A devastating news headline? Or nothing? That split second of uncertainty is the hook. That is the Skinner box. Loren Brichter, the man who invented the pull to refresh feature, later said he regrets it. He compared it to a slot machine, and he was right. We are walking around with a casino in our pockets, playing the slots from the moment we wake up until the moment we pass out. But unlike a casino, the house doesn't just want your money. They want something far more valuable. There is a famous saying in the tech world, if the product is free, you are the product. We've all heard it. We nod and we keep scrolling. But Jaron Lanier, the father of virtual reality, argues that this is too soft. It's actually much darker. If you were just the product, they would sell you, like a slave. But they aren't selling you. They are selling access to you. The real product is the slight, imperceptible change in your behavior. Companies like TikTok, Meta, and Google are in the business of behavioral modification. They sell the certainty that they can make you buy this shoe, vote this candidate, or hate this group of people. They are mining your nervous system. They are fracking your attention span like an oil field. Think about the infinite scroll. Before social media, content had stopping cues. You finished the newspaper article. You reached the end of the chapter. The TV show ended. There was a natural pause to ask, what should I do next? The infinite scroll removed the stopping cue. There is no bottom. there is no end. It is designed to remove the moment of decision. It turns you into a zombie, consuming content in a flow state of numbness. Why? Because every second you spend on that screen is revenue. Your life is the raw material for their quarterly earnings report. And look at the cost. Look at what we have traded away. We have lost the ability to be bored. I want you to remember what boredom felt like in 2005. Standing in a line at the bank, sitting in a waiting room, riding the bus. It was uncomfortable. It was dull. It felt like time was stretching. But here is the secret. Boredom is not a bug. It's a feature. Neuroscience calls this the default mode network. When you are not focused on a task, when you are bored, your brain doesn't shut down. It wakes up. It starts connecting distant ideas. It consolidates memories. It plans for the future. It reflects on who you are. Creativity is born in the shower. Solutions appear when you are staring out the window. But now, we have eradicated boredom. We treat it like a disease. The moment there is a 3-second gap in our lives, at a red light, in the elevator, even on the toilet, we panic. We reach for the device. We plug the gap with digital noise. We are terrified of being alone with our own thoughts. And because we never rest, we have developed popcorn brains. Our attention jumps around like corn kernels popping in a pan. We can't watch a movie without checking IMDb. We can't read a book for more than 10 minutes. We can't sit through a dinner without photographing the food. We are the most connected generation in history, yet we are facing an epidemic of loneliness. We scroll through the polished lives of strangers while ignoring the living, breathing human being sitting right next to us. The CEO of Netflix once said, quite openly, "Our biggest competitor is sleep." Let that sink in. A corporation views your biological need for rest as a market inefficiency. They want your sleep. They want your solitude. They want your silence. So is this it? Are we doomed to be lab rats pressing the lever until we die? No. But the solution isn't as simple as just delete the app. You cannot defeat a supercomputer with willpower alone. You need a strategy. You need to redesign your environment. I am not telling you to throw your phone in the river. We need these tools to function in the modern world, but we must return them to being tools, not masters. Here is your protocol for the resistance. 1. Kill the variable reward. Turn off all non-human notifications. If it's not a text from a real person, you don't need to see it vibrate in your pocket. No breaking news, no someone liked your photo. Stop the bells. 2. Add friction. The algorithm wants a frictionless slide into the app. Make it hard. Move your social media apps into a folder, inside a folder, on the last page of your screen. Or better yet, delete them from your phone and only use them on your desktop computer. Force yourself to be intentional. 3. Reclaim the gray. Turn your phone screen to grayscale mode. Strip away the candy-colored red badges and bright blue interfaces. Make the device look like a tool, not a toy. You will be amazed at how much less appealing Instagram looks in black and white. And finally, the most painful step, practice boredom. Start with 5 minutes. Sit in a chair with no phone, no music, no book. Just sit. It will feel excruciating. Your brain will scream for dopamine. It will feel like withdrawal because it is withdrawal. But if you stay in that chair, the noise will settle. The clarity will return. On the other side of that boredom is your creativity. On the other side is your focus. On the other side is your focus. On the other side is your life. The system is designed to keep you asleep. It profits from your distraction. It fears your focus. Waking up is an act of rebellion. If you made it to the end of this video without checking your notifications, you are already winning. But this is just the first layer. This channel is dedicated to decoding the reality they build around us. We are building a community of people who refuse to be mined for data. If you felt understood, if you felt that phantom vibration in your pocket, subscribe to the Counter Narrative Lab. Let's find the exit together. The truth is hidden in plain sight. Subscribe to see more. Stay watching. I love you.